Hi everyone, it's Gretchen Driscoll. It is Monday, March 23rd, here to tap with you tonight on the unknown and the nervousness and anxiety that can cause for us. I call that the anticipating. In my own life, that translates with like waiting for the shoe to drop. So a client reached out and these were her words, so I'm going to show them to you right here. I am a little nervous and anxious about what's coming next, the unknown. So you may want to write that down for yourself if you're someone who likes to take notes or jot down things that get stimulated when we tap, because we are talking to the deepest parts of ourselves as we clear and extricate the stress in the physical body that goes along with that anticipating, not knowing, creating that anticipatory anxiety and nervousness. So you'll notice that I wrote that down, and again, I just want you to see that I highlighted or I underlined the two words we're working on, which is the nervous and the anxious. So if you wanted to really recognize whether or not you're making progress when you're tapping, you could rate the truth of the statement on a scale of 1 to 10. So that whole statement, how true is it for you? Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being most true. And then separately, you could rate the nervousness in the body, scale of 1 to 10, 10 being most nervous, and rate the anxiousness, scale of 1 to 10, 10 being most anxious. And so hopefully by the time that you finish this round of tapping, you'll see a decrease in those numbers, that self-reflective, self-assessment that we start with. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, please just private message me and I can help you out with that. So we're going to get started. Right now is the 2.5 minute mark. All right, remember that we start on the karate chop point. I like to take a deep breath in and out, just ground into the body, closing my eyes. Inhale here. And exhale. Repeat after me. Even though I feel a little nervous and anxious about the unknown, what will happen next? I want to completely love and accept myself. Even though my body feels nervous and anxious, not knowing what will happen next. I want to completely love and accept myself, even though I'm feeling nervous and anxious about the unknown, about what will happen next. What will happen next? I want to completely love and accept myself. You're doing a great job. Let's head to the eyebrow point. Deep breath in and out. Remember, we want to talk to the body. We want to feel the sensations in the body. Let them rise up and let them release. Repeat after me. All this nervousness, move to the side of the eye. I feel nervous and anxious. Underneath the eye, please. I feel nervous and anxious. The unknown. Underneath the nose. I feel nervous and anxious in my body. At the chin. What will happen next? I don't know what will happen next. The unknown. Collarbone point. The unknown makes me feel nervous. The unknown makes me feel anxious. I feel anxious because... Good job. Take a deep breath in and out. as you move underneath the arm. I've been feeling nervous and anxious. What will happen next? I don't know what will happen next. Move to the top of the head. I don't know what will happen next. That makes me feel nervous. And that makes me feel anxious. Move back to the eyebrow point. I feel nervous in my body. Move to the side of the eye. I'm closing my eyes to tune in. Where's the nervousness in my body? That's what I'm about to ask. Let's talk about it. Side of the eye. Repeat after me. I feel nervous in my body. Move underneath the eye. I feel nervous in my body. Where? Please tell me where you're noticing nervous. Any and all places that speak to you. Do that body scan. And take a deep breath in and out. I'm going to stick with the nervousness. We'll move to anxiety in a little bit. Underneath the nose. All this nervousness in my body, I notice it. Again, tell me where you're noticing it. At the chin, take again another breath into that nervousness. And in all of those locations, give it space. Release what's ready to exhale out of the body on the breath. Good. Again, at the chin. All this nervousness is what in my body? Caught, stuck, congested, clogged, what? Good, just close the eyes. All this nervousness is what in my body? Good. Collarbone point. All this nervousness is, again, repeat that word, clogged, congested, stuck, in my body. And that makes me feel what? Good. When your body gives you that awareness, a new answer, we take a breath to reward it. We're trying to talk ourselves through the stress. Good job. All this nervousness in my body makes me feel. Move to the top of the head. I feel nervous because. Good job. Let's switch hands. Take 2 deep breaths. I'm closing my eyes, sweeping the breath in and out. Use it like those Clorox wipes we're using right now. Use a little bit. Scrub it away with the breath. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. Move to the side of the eye. Soften the neck, the shoulders, the jawline. All this nervousness and anxiousness in my mind and my body, underneath the eye. I have nervousness and anxiousness in my mind and my body, underneath the nose. I don't know what will happen next. Good, at the chin. I feel anxious, not knowing what will happen next. Collarbone point. I feel anxious about the unknown and not knowing what will happen next. What's coming next? I feel anxious. I feel anxious in my body. Where? Good. After you tell me where, take a big breath in and out. Good. So for me, and maybe for you, where I felt nervous and where I felt anxious are 2 different places. So I'm holding the stress of nervousness in some places, and I'm holding the anxiousness in others. That tells me there are 2 different feelings that the body expresses or holds on to. Good, underneath the arm. All this anxiousness in my body, I don't know what's coming next. Not knowing what's coming next makes me feel anxious because. Take a big breath in and out of that answer, that awareness. Good job. Let some of that heat, that sensation come out of the body on the exhale. Move to the top of the head. All this anxiousness about the unknown. It's unknown what's coming next. It's unknown what's coming next. Eyebrow point. That makes me feel anxious. Side of the eye. That makes me feel anxious. Underneath the eye. I feel anxious in my body. Again, tell me where. Let it rise up and give you attention. Good. Underneath the nose. I feel anxious in my body. And it physically feels like what? Like you're on a roller coaster, like you're drowning. What? How does it feel? Find the metaphor. Good. Move to the chin. Close the eyes. Take a big breath in and out of that awareness. Good job. When we tap, we meet up with the parts of us that we stuff, that we don't articulate, that we move on from, that we get busy from. We're giving ourselves room, an opportunity to voice how we feel. So important in terms of letting go. We're at the collarbone point. I feel anxious in my body. All this anxiousness in my body. This anxiousness about not knowing what's next. Underneath the arm. I feel anxious because, first thing that comes up. We're going to push this out a little bit. I'm going to do that again. It might be the same answer. It might be something different. Top of the head. I feel anxious because, switch hands. I feel nervous because, side of the eye. I feel anxious when, good job. Underneath the eye, take a big breath in. You're underneath the eye. Not knowing what's coming next makes me feel nervous because, underneath the nose, not knowing what's coming next makes me feel anxious because, just voice it, get it out of the body at the chin. I feel nervous in my body. Where? Just be in the noticing. Is it a little bit less nervous now? Collarbone point. Take a big breath in to where that was. I feel anxious in my body. Where? Good. Underneath the arm, take a breath into where? So I am definitely in the noticing that my body has calmed down. I hope you're feeling that same way too. Good. Feeling the shifts starting to happen. Good. Top of the head. This is a global issue, so this may be a tap that you do every day until we have a greater understanding of what will happen next. Good. You're at the top of the head. Even though I do not know what will happen next, I want to completely love and accept myself and have compassion for all of the feelings that are coming up right now. Eyebrow point. Even though I have been feeling nervous and anxious because I do want to completely love and accept myself and be open to feeling calm in this present moment. Side of the eye. Even though I feel nervous and anxious, it's unknown. And that makes me feel nervous and anxious. I do love and accept myself. And I'm willing to be patient and compassionate with myself and all of my feelings. Underneath the eye, my body is feeling more relaxed. Underneath the nose, notice where you're feeling relaxed, and I just want you to take some breaths in and out of those places that are starting to respond. The cortisol level is lowering in your bloodstream. That's what happens when we tap. Good. Again, my body is starting to relax. Notice where. Draw the breath in. Collarbone point. You can always change my words, and I'm going to use these words. Try them on for size. Even though I don't know what will happen next, but I am aware of what this present moment about you. So I'm aware that my body is calmer and that there are parts of me that are really okay. And so I want you to find, like, what part of you feels okay right now in this moment. In this moment. Underneath the arm. In this moment right now. In this moment right now, I feel what? Look through the body. My shoulders feel softer. So what part of your body feels relaxed? We never want to hop over the stuff that's still stressful or stuck in the body. We want to articulate and give attention to that which is working for us. Good. Top of the head. Close the eyes. Take a big breath in and out. And again, choose your own words. I'm going to use calm and relaxed. In this moment now, I feel calm in my body. Just identify where. So for me, my shoulders do feel calm. Take a breath in and out. Stay at the top of the head. In this moment now, my body feels more relaxed. And again, take a breath in and out of where that is. And now you can sit. I'm going to tune out or sign off. I want you to, if you can, just spend a few moments in this moment now, I feel, and look for calm, look for relaxed, look for compassionate with myself, look for understanding why I might feel this way. Just spend some time cultivating an inner landscape that is responsive to your needs, as opposed to aggressive with your needs or pushing against your needs. I wish you well. Know that I'm here. Good night.